Hello, you are now live on reality, and this is the Authentic Empress. My authentic collective, those who are here, those who are growing and owning their authenticity and their authentic self. So, this video is not going to be long at all. It's going to be pretty short. Hello, goodbye. It's not going to work. So, deuce, deuce. Anywho, this is not going to be long at all. Give me 1 second. Thanks. All right. Somebody had hacked my live. Anyway, beauty hack from a spiritual lens, right? And a spiritual perspective. So let's say a spiritual lens and a higher perspective. Balancing your physical exposure. So, that's kind of self-explanatory, but I'm gonna go into it a little bit. Like I said, this video is not gonna be long. So be okay with being beautiful behind the scenes. Be okay with being beautiful in reality, being beautiful, being attractive, being I don't like the word handsome. So, for my divine masculines or for masculines in general, I'm just going to call you beautiful, gorgeous, fine, attractive, right? So being able to be this, show up as this, own this, and, give yourself your own um give yourself your own acceptance and approval. This is not to say that this will cease from you experiences in real life. A lot of times, if you're truly an attractive person, a beautiful person, you're going to experience compliments and remarks and stuff like that in real life anyway. But there's this culture that's been developed, over the years, over the past couple of decades with social media, where a lot of people go to social media in order to seek, gratification and acceptance and approval, especially when it comes to like their appearance, their status, whatever, right? But mostly their physical appearance, and it's the third. So what I mean by balancing your exposure, your physical exposure is, especially for those of you who like to post pictures, video, videos, even videos to a degree, but pictures, videos, because you guys can see, I do tarot readings, and I do readings, or understand that a lot of witchcraft and black magic is easily done by access of your pictures, people being able to actually see you, screenshot, save photos. It's easy. You can easily save photos off any social media outlet. It doesn't have to be your own profile, right? People can go on your profile and save your photo, and this is why we have catfishing. This is why a lot of people stealing your identities, stealing your intellectual creative property, posing to be you, this, that, and the third, right? Mimicking you, mimicking your essence, harvesting your energy from your photos, mimicking, I already said mimicking, but mimicking how you carry yourself, how you dress, how you look, how you talk, all that shit, But anyway, balance your physical exposure. Um, there's times like you have to be able to feel engaged, when it's a good time for you to like post yourself, reveal yourself, the great reveal yourself. And then, when it's a good time to practice hermit mode or just being more strategic in that. Because you even have some people, like, for example, for those of you who may, watch tarot and stuff like that, there's some readers who say things like, oh, people, that hide their face, yada 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 yada. So it really depends on the intention behind these people not revealing themselves, showing their eyes, showing their crown chakra, their mouths, their throats, this and their ears is deeper, right? Some people do it because they really are, toxic, they really are malicious, they really are malevolent, right? And a lot of times, like, how it says your eyes are the gateway to the soul. A lot of times, whatever is going on or whatever is truly controlling a person will be revealed through their eyes, especially if you're a seer or oracle, or your discernment, is at a level when you're able to look people in their eyes and really see, what's there, like who's really there or who's not, to see the hollowness or the evil, the possession in people's eyes. So you'll have people that do that, and try to mask that, cover that, conceal that, and so they may never show themselves. But then you have others They do it because it's for protection. Their divine guides, the Most High, have guided them to do so because they're under attack, or people are attempting to harvest their energy. This, that, and the third. So that's just something we have to do. We have to balance our exposures. Like, we're charged to balance everything else in our lives. So that's all that is. So that's just, a beauty hack, Empress secrets, Emperor secrets, whatever you want to call it. But this whole idea of, oh, just because you cover yourself up sometimes, this, that, and the third, that means that, oh, you're scary, you're not real, you're not authentic, blah, 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 blah. People who be spewing that type of narrative, more than likely they're toxic. Anyway, but no, you really have there's context that you have to take into account. Like, for example, let's say there's some people. Now, you have to really be discerning, okay, and stuff like this, because there's people who reveal themselves all the time and they're completely demonically possessed, right? And sometimes, they can even possess people just through their appearance. Or they can control people, manipulate people, glamour people, this, that, and the third, right? So you have to, do what is necessary to protect yourself, stay on your spiritual P's and Q's also. But anywho, like, let's say the person, for the most part, they reveal themselves a surmountable amount, well, they reveal themselves, a good amount of time or times and stuff like that. And then they hide themselves, too. So you can pay attention to the balance, especially like if somebody is like, generally like active on social media, or like maybe, their way of, or something that's a part of their path is to be available by social means, or like through social media, this, that, and the third. So you just pay attention to the balance of things as well, and context. Always take into consideration context and balance. How these people talk, the things that they say, how they're living, whatever, like how they carry themselves, right? So like the details and stuff. But yeah, that's a beauty hack for sure. Like, why? Because beauty magic or beauty spells and stuff like that, people doing magic like on your skin, your face, trying to cause dysmorphia, imbalance, or pimples, outbreaks, um, just anything like that, or trying to drain you of your beauty and consume it for themselves, cause things, just different things to affect your appearance and your physical, So for example, if you're experiencing, things like that, and you have a social media presence, or a general social media presence, maybe that means it's time for you to pull back. That's like an indicator, or like a warning sign that, okay, I need to cover myself. Same thing like with your crown chakra, and why hats are, hats matter, headscarves matter, hoodies even matter for my fellas. Like, turbans, all that stuff matter. It's a deeper meaning to why these things exist, not just to, protect you of, because your hair, for the most part, will protect you from like heat and stuff like that, if we go. But, some people, they have low cuts, they're bald and certain third, but, there's deeper. Let's always think about the spiritual meanings to things, or the spiritual meanings to innovations and inventions, right? Or why things are so popular, and ancient, right? So, yeah, I'm not. It would be cool to pull some cards on it, but I'm not. I just wanted like just to give this intuitive channeling with y'all. I share this with y'all because, I mean, it's something I know to be very real, very tried and true. I mean, which, because I feel like, when you know you like you're a beautiful person, you just appreciate beauty in all forms. You appreciate nature's beauty. Of course, you appreciate your beauty. You can just be doing it out of self love. Otherwise, but in other cases, some people do it out of insecurity. This, that, and the third, low self esteem, or for like ego strokes. Like I said, those type of stuff too. So just be careful with that. And be careful into getting swindled, or swallowed in that trend, or those illusions, or that mix, that melting pot type of energy of that with social media, right? Because social media in itself is a form of sorcery too. So we just have to take all these things into consideration spiritually, right? But anywho, you will feel a strong urge like to want to show yourself, reveal yourself, show how beautiful you are, share your energy, this, that, and the third, but you gotta be careful with that, because everybody that you're sharing your energy to, especially on these platforms, because a lot of these platforms are set up, it doesn't matter who's your friends, or what friends friend requests you accept, people whom you allow to follow you. We got hackers, we got all types of consideration. Be okay with being, beautiful and bad, not bad like a bad person, but with being, beautiful, attractive, shining, glowing. It's okay to be that in real life and not have to always post that on social media where you make yourself more vulnerable to all kind of witches and warlocks and what demonic witches, warlocks, and sorceress, people who use this as a receive. You're able to receive messages. They're saying my connection is tripping, but it shouldn't be. Anyway, but you need to have like a very close ear, an ability to, hear and communicate with the spirit realm, the divine realm, most high, to pick up on energies, to pick up on attacks, pick up on projections and recognize, or um discern and organize, what's of you and what's not, what's being projected, what's being conjured, what's being casted. Um it's to pick up on these things so you know how to move accordingly, spiritually. So yeah, that's a beauty hack. Why? Because obviously, if you spend some time, not revealing yourself on social media, and instead, just being okay with, accepting yourself, complimenting yourself, knowing that you're beautiful, receiving the compliments that the Most High gives you, that your spirit family, your divine spirit family gives you, being okay with the compliments that you receive just out in the general public, when you're just out and about, like in real life, like real time, but not so much that instant gratification from likes and reactions and this, that, and the third on social media, right? Don't become codependent on that. Don't become, totally reliable on that, like a lot of people do. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just some people, engage in the overindulgence of that, and they tie a lot of their, self-esteem and confidence to that, and that can be very deteriorating. That can be very fracturing. So just be careful with that. But I feel like I'm talking in circles now. I think I pretty much got the point made. But this is the Authentic Empress. And, for those of you who are here, those of you who are new to listening to this, that, and the third, I pray that you honor and just, that the Most High, and you accept and allow the confidence from your soul, your higher self, to allow you to evolve and embody your authentic self fully. And I will see you guys next time.